Egypt's former president Hosni Mubarak has spoken to the public for the first time since his detention some 2 years ago. Mubarak says he is dismayed at the country's state of affairs and particularly the plight of the poor. Speaking to the Al-Watan newspaper after a session of his retrial, Mubarak said it was too early to judge his elected successor, the Islamist President Mohammed Morsi. The ex-president was detained 2 years ago and put on trial for his role in the killing of hundreds of protesters during the uprising that forced him to step down in 2011. He has since been hospitalized, sentenced to life in prison, and then granted a retrial. Well, let's get more on this development. We are joined by CCTV's Yasser Hakim live from Cairo. Yasser, what has been the public's reaction to Mubarak's comments?
Well, like everything in Egypt these days, it's all divided. We've got the anti-Mubarak camp, and they were silent, but they're saying that they will make sure that he is gone into prison and that these comments are mainly just words from someone who's in prison and should not be given enough weight. The pro-Mubarak camp is jubilant. They are happy. They have been in the court, around the court area, gathering there with his pictures, something you wouldn't see 2 years ago after the revolution. They would always be hiding, and right now they are just voicing themselves in the streets and in the public opinion. As for the anti-Morsi camp, well, they're saying that President Morsi and President Mubarak and the former President Mubarak are just the same, and they are just saying that both have been doing trouble for Egypt, or have been doing political instability for Egypt, and we need, what they say is we need a third alternative to rule the country.
Yes, this is the first time, though, that he is speaking out in 2 years. What could have influenced Hosni Mubarak to speak out at this moment?
I think he feels there's high morale in him, even from the last time, not just this time, when he was smiling and waving during the last session in court. And he probably wanted to send a message that to say that you will all be sorry for this uprising on me. I'm quoting the former president, of course. And he wants to send a message saying that he's okay, and that he feels that maybe he is on the way for acquittal. I think, or many think, that he spoke this time because he knows he could be acquitted this time round in court.
All right. Yes, he did mention, though, he did talk about the current government and said it is too early to judge President Morsi's government. Is it surprising that he was not very critical about the current administration?
He was critical, but indirectly. He said, I feel sorry for all the poor people who are suffering under the new regime, under the new leadership, and that it wouldn't happen during his time. And he said that he feels sorry for the economic situation that Egypt is going through. So he is indirectly criticizing the government and the leadership. He even said that he warns the Egyptians, or the President Morsi, of going through with the IMF loan deal. He said this loan deal will bring more problems for Egypt. So he feels that he's in a sense of power and strength. And in our culture, when you are in a sense of strength and you know you are much superior than the other side, people tend to stand by your side when you don't go for a kill, when you don't go to criticize strongly someone who is much weaker than you. And I think he's playing the psychological game of criticizing indirectly because he feels he's now in a stand of strength. He feels strong at this point.
All right. Yasser Hakim joining us there live from Cairo. Thank you for your insights.